Hello and welcome to another video. This one I bought a motherboard and processor off eBay and it came in this box. The box is probably worth more than the contents because it's a MacBook Air box. It's got all sorts of sellotape on it, which is a bit of a pain, but anyway, doesn't matter. This is what I bought. It was like 50 pence. And postage was about £3, so super cheap. But what I didn't pay attention to was the condition of the capacitors on this. This looks like it's got about three of these large capacitors are looking like they're bulging, that one at the bottom as well as the top, and then all of these little ones here as well. They are also bulging, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or more that would all need replacing. If I was to fix this motherboard, these ones might be okay, but it's not really looking good. These little ones over here look okay. So basically I think there's probably too many to replace on this. But what I might do is see if it works, see what happens. It's also got an Athlon 2600 CPU, and if this works, this could be worth more than I paid for the whole thing. I do have another system that I can test this in, if this motherboard doesn't work at all. But let's start by cleaning it up. Okay, so I've got some alcohol stuff for your hands, and I've got some cotton buds, so I'm just going to start by trying to clean this, see if we can get this looking cleaner, and I'm going to try and avoid blocking the view of the camera. Going to be a fairly chilled video, minimal edits hopefully, and that'll help me get this online quicker. Do you remember when they used to put stickers on processors? This was like part of their warranty information. Shops would stick stickers on. I wonder if it was to block the trace pins that let you adjust the settings on these processors. Looks like it could be. We're getting there, but quite slowly. I'm also using my left hand, and I'm not really left-handed, so this may take me a little while. Well, this is the die of the processor exposed. It doesn't have a heat spreader attached. So on these processors they came with these little pads that were designed to sort of help protect this from heavy and clunky heatsink attachment. And these ones have sort of faded away or disappeared, so they're not really doing much of a good job anymore. So I'm going to have to be careful when attaching a heatsink to this. We're getting there, but it's going quite slowly. Might be better off with something like a toothpick for some of this. Okay, got a toothpick here. That makes it easier to remove this excess thermal paste or whatever it is. Quite like all the instructions on this motherboard. It's kind of like instructions that say please disconnect power supply before adding or removing VGA card, expansion cards or memory modules. And then there's other instructions about the hard disk and CD-ROM connectors, and about other instructions about disconnecting the power supply before changing the CPU. So what do you think? Do you think it'll work, or do you think it won't? Let me know in the comments if you thought this would won't work. I haven't tried it. Arrived today, haven't powered it up, haven't connected it to anything, just started cleaning. I'm going to need to find a heatsink for this processor. Okay, just going to do a little bit more cleaning. Okay, I'm going to take it out of here and start putting stuff together. So, you need some memory, guessing DDR1 or DDR2. Let's see if that says, it says DDR1 and then it says DDR2. Is that slot 1? That's slot 2. So I'm guessing it's DDR1, otherwise it wouldn't be saying 1 and 2. So I've got some DDR1 here, 256 meg, just put that in, and then next I'm going to need to find a heatsink. I've borrowed the heatsink from my Athlon XP system. This is very nice Arctic cooling, copper silent 2, copper bottom, pretty chunky, but this should do the job. So let's just put some thermal paste on. I'm going to need a drop or a pea sized amount, and then we can put this heatsink on, mix it all up and see if it works. Just going to use HY510. Got a tiny little bit of processor to cover. Putting this huge heatsink on. It's kind of the tricky bit. They kept getting bigger, or you could choose bigger heatsinks, but then not all motherboards were, I guess, had the space for them. I used 3 lugs, because if they're using just one, then it might snap off. See if we can get this to go on. And we want it to gently rest on the processor. This is the bit where you apply too much pressure and you crack your CPU. So let's try be really careful with this. It's got quite a long way to go down, and there's quite a lot of pressure. And I'm using the wrong tool for the job, so I'll get a flathead screwdriver. Okay, let's try this again. This is super difficult and potentially deadly for your processor. Okay, I think that is on properly. And it's not one of these things where you wiggle it when it's on the processor, because yeah, these things are fragile. Okay, let's carry on. Looks fine as far as I can tell. Do need to find where the power for the fan comes from. Way down here. Super awkward position for a large heatsink like that. Okay, so I've plugged in the keyboard, monitor, mouse, 20-pin power, no other cables are needed, and I've got the power supply here. I'm going to switch it on now. Okay, the lights on the keyboard flash, so that's a good sign. Now I'm going to check the monitor's on, which it is, and then I'm going to try and find the jumper. Power switch is over here, and we have some fans spinning. Just waiting for something to show up on the screen. Nothing yet. That's something, but nothing on the screen. Okay, I will try a graphics card next. And I'll switch this off. Okay, I've put in a PCI graphics card, I've connected that up to the monitor and switching it on. Doesn't seem to want to switch on. Let's try again. Oh, we're on. See if anything shows up on the screen. Nope, it's switched itself off. Let's try again. Nope. It does not want to switch on. I would say that this motherboard is probably dead, so what I'll do is I'll put this processor in my other PC and see if that works. So we're going to take this out. Have a quick look. Looks alright. Not much interest under there. This is my other system. I'm going to take this processor out, put the other one in, and see if the processor works. This is an XP 3000 chip. This is an XP 2600. Where did the thermal paste go? Add capacitors is pretty much the norm for a lot of systems back around the time when this was around. This board's got one about here. Maybe that one. Might have been knocked. I think I might have replaced this one. Don't know why. If I've replaced that, I didn't replace that one. Maybe this one was the most obvious, so I replaced that. Can't really remember. Anyway, thermal paste. That's back in the drawer. Now for the super awkward heatsink. Connect the fan first. That's the back on. So awkward. Okay, the back has come off. So painful. On this one, the capacitors are kind of right in the way. Maybe if this is super awkward. This is probably going to take like 25 minutes just to get this on, and then I'm going to need to do this again to switch to the other processor once I'm finished with this one. This is so awkward. If you wanted to stare at a processor, this video is for you. These things are a serious nightmare, and I'm very glad that we don't have to deal with these things anymore on modern computers. Right, that is not attached. Okay, that looks attached on one end. Now I kind of need to try and push this down without breaking the processor. Oh my goodness. That feels like a lot of pressure. Okay. I think we are connected. Okay, we've got the processor in this other system. I'll switch on the power now. Connect to the monitor. Lights come on the motherboard. I'm going to press the power button. We have got this spinning up. I should have connected the PC speaker to that other one. Oh, and we've got something on the screen. And there we go. Hopefully it'll get into focus soon. And we've got an Athlon XP 2600. So, yay! We have a working processor. That is good news. Let's have a look at hardware monitor. Just check the temperature. That's looking pretty good. So that's good. We've got a working processor. We've got a probably potentially fixable motherboard if I could be bothered resoldering all these capacitors. Might start working. Might not. I should have connected the PC speaker so I could have listened out for some beeps in case there was a problem with the memory, etc. Right, let's reset this. Have another look at the boot up screen. GeForce 6600. That's an AGP card. Got the processor XP 2600. And I've not connected any hard drives, but we could, I suppose, boot into Windows, just check that's working. Connected up the hard drive, probably hear it spinning up. We'll just see if we can get into Windows. See if that boots in okay. Floppy disk error, that's fine, it's not connected. That's still recording, yep. Let's go for a quick run through this. Have a look at system info, CPU 1.91 gigahertz, that looks fine. Let's go for a benchmark. So while this is running, this is the ASRock. Let me get it in focus. This is the ASRock K7S41GX, and it's got an AGP port, PCI, AMR, and lots of dodgy capacitors. If you want this, leave me a comment or get in touch. I'll send this out to you. Just want postage probably, or maybe even free of charge, depending how I'm feeling. Leave a comment if you want this and want to fix this. Could be a little project. I'll not include the RAM, it'll just be the motherboard on its own. You'll need your own processor, etc. to test, but if you want to fix this, just leave me a comment, get in touch. Okay, and that's the 3D Mark score. So yeah, nice little processor, bit of a bargain. Shame about the motherboard. Okay, thanks for watching, bye bye.